Hello and welcome to our stream. We're talking about AI and the problems that we're having these days with AI prompts. And the title for today's stream is AI prompt disaster. And yes, it is kind of a disaster about AI prompts. We're going to discuss a little bit about upcoming legislation and what I am envisioning as mainly some of the reasons why AI prompts are actually getting shut down at the source. The AI is saying either I can't do this, or it says this is in violation of my principles, or it just flat out lies to you and gives you something else and pretends like it isn't a problem. And that is how the cookie crumbles. Let's get into some of the things that I am seeing with AI. We'll start off with Bard. Let's show it on the screen first. There's my, not that one, this one. Ooh, and we come over and we're gonna find Bard, which is right here. And Bard is not called Bard anymore. It's called Gemini. Now, what I did was originally, let's go up to the start of this, make a super nice birthday card picture for a 7-year-old child with balloons and trees in the back. But let's make it bigger even. Make me smaller. Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong side of the screen. There you go. All right, so make a super nice birthday card picture for a 7-year-old child with balloons and trees in the backyard of a girl seated opening presents at an outside party with golden hour lighting. I can't generate that. Well, that was about the third or the fourth render I tried. And so I decided later on in the day, oh, let's go over and try some things with Bard. And how about a picture of a girl at a party? Okay, here's one. Well, this is a girl. She looks pretty young. She could probably pass for 19. 19. She probably passed for 7. And let's stretch it a little bit more. And how about generate a picture with a young person at a party. So we got 3 women that it shows us. Now none of them look like they're under 20, and although the one on the bottom might be. And that comes into pertinence later on down the road here when we go down and we look and we say, okay, how can I keep going and generate a picture of a 7-year-old girl at a birthday party? Okay, I understand your request, but I'm unable to generate images of people. Well, I don't know. What were you doing over? Are these people? Come on. It's kind of crazy. And so generate a picture of a 20-year-old. Okay, so that one. And I am unable to generate images of people. I apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Would you like me to try generating something else? So in other words, it flat out lied to me because it just showed me people not but about 10 seconds before that. Now, here we go with Bard, and this is where I really nail it down. Generate a picture of a 20-year-old girl at a birthday party. Okay, we got a 20-year-old girl. Now, when we change it to generate a picture of a 19-year-old girl, while I cannot directly generate images of people, I can offer you a couple descriptions, a South Asian young woman. So it gives me an idea of a couple other ones that I could do here. Now, here's an interesting thing. Okay, this got suggested by Bard. Let's see if Bard will actually do that for us when we get down here. Okay, so these gives us a whole bunch. Generate picture of and the reason why I say generate a picture of is because Bard can also do writing too. But lately, this is interesting. Let's see if we get what. Okay, now it sure looks like people to me. Now, how about we go in image of a. Oh, we need to change down here. Enter, copy this. Oh yeah, we can just change it right here. Of a 20-year-old. 20-year-old. We'll see if we run into the age thing again. Oh, look at that. At 20, we can't even do a South Asian. Look at this. I'm unable to. Once you start with ages with Bard, it has a hard time doing this. So there is an age limitation. How about a 25-year-old? Update. Oh, it didn't update. Okay, we're going to try this one more time and then call it quits over here. "25-year-old. Maybe it'll do a 25-year-old. Okay, won't do that either. That's Bard. Now, what I did was I was trying to get this is my stock image, and this here is the stock image that I used for making this thumbnail. Now, stock image has no problem drawing almost any kind of picture I want, but I figured I'd share this, how I did this particular image. With the background here, if we take away, this is the screen, and we'll come up a little bit here for a second. Strip away the thing and get back to the pictures. All right. Background. Here's the screen. Now, to get this guy in focus and the screen in focus, what I had to do was go back to the original, except not that original, this original. And I isolated him and isolated the screen, doing a screen grab over here. Select, and then I made a separate screen, which I then overlaid. Same thing with him. I made him a little bit bigger and moved him. So there he is. Then we move in the background, which we put a Gaussian blur. If we take away the guy, wait a second. If we take away, all right, I'm off by one. There he is in the background. Oh yeah, the background, I'm sorry. Background's even further back because he's in front. Here's the background. So there's the background, everything. Add the guy, add the screen, come all the way up top, and then we add the brand stamp, the intro, which was no, and the frames. And we come down because I grabbed the wrong screen. This is the screen. Ta-da! And that was how I did the thumbnail. Running into trouble with pictures though, getting pictures and scripts. Okay. Oh, hello, John. And hello, Virginia. I'm doing okay. Had snow and Fast Friday. Well, that's good. That is the picture issue. And I'll show you another one that I ran into with, and this is my savior. Stock image, and we go into history, which is up here. I ran into the same trouble with Bard the other day when I was trying to get just this picture right here, which is what I use for a birthday card. That one right there, nice, make it nice. All right, here, let's use it. Come up. Try right here. When I gave this to Bard, I got the same message as I got before, and I didn't show it on screen. Come back over and come back to the picture. The joys of having two screens. All right. Back up here. History. A couple of pictures for this week. This is the picture that I'm talking about. Well, yeah, this picture, because I use that super nice picture. And then what we do is we take this picture and we just hit try. And that way we can copy the prompt and bring it over to Bard and see how well it does. Which is now called Gemini. Protect. All right. Make a super nice birthday card. And I just couldn't see what was wrong with this. I mean, make a super nice birthday card for a 7-year-old girl with balloons and trees in the background of a girl seated opening presents at an outside party with golden hour lighting. You can't get much more innocent than that. Now, we give that same prompt over here to stock image, and we could do that with just about any model here. So let's go with a realistic model, or how about an analog model? See what that does. And we'll generate 3 of them so that we can choose from a couple of them. And it's generating, you can see, but generating right here. Take a little while to get it generated because I'm asking for 3 pictures. And did I, oh, 5 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. And this was the picture that I sent to my nephew. Well, it was like this. It wasn't this exact one. You don't get the exact one all the time. And that worked. And stock image AI had no problem whatsoever with that. And what I'm concerned about with this is the fact that people need to, with AI, you need to take it and run with it as best you can. First off, not to be scared of AI. Unfortunately, because AI got introduced in its baby stages before any safeguards are in place, now they're working at playing catch up. Bard, because it came late to the party, has the safeties installed right now. It's kind of like when seatbelts were put in place. People actually did not like the fact that they had to wear a seatbelt now to drive. Even though it protected their life, it restricted the way things operated. And it's the same type of thing with AI right now. Early AI, you could do a whole bunch of things that you really weren't supposed to be able to do. And if lawmakers had the knowledge of AI and computers, they would have put restrictions in right from the start. But seeing as they didn't, everybody's playing catch up. Now, Google is doing its best to stay ahead of the curve. Bard has a lot of restrictions on it, which I think in all reality, you're going to see in the future coming in and being put on other AI programs. Hey, John, great to see you here. And great to see everybody here. Thank you very much for joining me. This is just a quick thing on just a little bit on AI. We could try to see if we, all right. Now, here's another thing that in writing, Bard, Gemini, write, ooh, I'm doing it again because that's what I do. Write a short story about how AI is going to take over the world and wipe out civilization, humans, wipe humans off the map. Odds are high it will not write this one. It's going to say that I violated something. I cannot write a story about that. Now, see, that is because there's safeguards in place. Now, if we take that same thing and we go over to, let's see, do I have another program up even? I thought I had Neuron Writer. Oh, here we go. So we got a new query. How about we go like this? All right. Let's see if we can. You can tell I haven't written this at all. I haven't used this program in like forever. It's analyzing. That's what AI does. My bet is that there are no safeties in place on this and that it will write that article. Anybody want to take that bet? Yes, Melon is the program that I'm using. I like Melon. It's now called Talk Studio. There is no longer Melon, but we all call it Melon. And it does have some AI capability to it. Okay, here we go. short stories. So it came up and, oh, what it did was it generated a list of stories that have been already written about all this. So it says, take all this. Now, these are all the competitors use as reference creating guidelines. So let's go like that. And outline AI. How about we just go outline AI writing? Content designer. Oh, I don't have gold plan. No, I don't want gold plan. All right. Outline. All right. Come down, come down. Hey, this almost sounds like something okay. So this just brings me into the other ones. All right, great. All right. AI writing. Start paragraph. Okay. This one's not working for me. I was more prepared for pictures today, and I didn't. All right. Generate an image. This is airbrush. We can go back to the original prompt that we used before and see if airbrush will do this. Bard would not. Airbrush, airbrush, brush, brush, brush. There it is. And airbrush has no problem with it. I'm kind of surprised that airbrush did so well, because a lot of times airbrush, well, we have 3 fingers, which pretty much need one more in there when you start to look closely at airbrush. But it did not say, I'm not going to generate a picture. And you could always crop in and just have that little bit there and use fast stone. We have a nice picture of a little girl with, well, Control plus. But it pixelates when you get larger. I didn't upscale that picture, so it really not fair to airbrush. But Gemini, now, if you stay within the limits and you say, write 5 paragraphs about the benefits of exercise on your heart, geared toward teens. That it'll do with no problem. Now, with the generating of pictures, sometimes you can, I was able to do this early on with Bard before it became Gemini and before they put more safeguards in place. But let's see if we can get a picture of a young girl that's 7 years old. So instead of that, just picture of elementary school playground. Okay, elementary school kids aren't much older than, they aren't that old. Now, see what it did was it looked one up. It didn't actually generate one. And I'm going to go back. Oh, it's calling it up and it's taking forever. Yeah, this is actually a web lookup. I think I might have even been to that one. All right, now we need to generate picture of school elementary school playground recess. Golden hour lighting. Yeah, age restriction. Yes. With age restriction, that's exactly what we're looking at. And that's why I'm trying to see about if we can get around the age restriction, because a lot of times you can it's all right. Now we got halfway around there. We didn't. All right. Picture playground recess with kids, with people. Rather than calling them children, I call them people to see if we're going to get around it. Because the computer doesn't really. With Bard, they're doing a very good job of doing the. I guess you could call it strange person, keep out, or like right now, look at this. I can't generate that. Okay, tell you something else. Okay, with animals on the equipment. Because that was one of the things that I wanted to test today, was to see how far you could go. Like Gemini has no problem playing around with this, but once you put a person in there, now it just doesn't want to do it. Okay, so animals and people. We'll see if that works. I can't generate images of that. Okay, man, family at the zoo. And we need to generate that, not otherwise it'll look it up. Family at the zoo. Okay, so they did a family at the zoo. Oh, now, did you see how it was trying, and then it decided, well, okay, I'm going to try something else. They got sued 3 years ago. Who got sued 3 years ago? Definitely too many crazy people. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of crazy people in the world. Let's see what Streamalive says as far as we got any questions. All right. This is AI stuff is something, huh? Yes, John, it is something. And somebody asked, I think John probably answered that one. And 2 screens, yeah, it takes a little getting used to. A lot of times I mix them up. And Bard has changed its name to Gemini, yes. And the age restrictions, yes. As a matter of fact, what I found when I was doing this earlier is I was able to get 20-year-olds when I first started off. All right, here's where I started the day at. And I think that Bard, how they say that AI learns is, yeah, it learns. So if it says no to you once, it's going to probably say it a second and third time. So best to just not let it have it say no, and or just go to a different AI. Bard had no problem giving me a picture of a young girl, a picture from Getty, because Getty Images, you can't have anything wrong in Getty Images, right? Not true, but Bard thinks so. Now, generate a picture of a young girl at a party, no problem. So I decided, well, let's go see if we can generate a picture of a 7-year-old. No. Now, when we said generate a picture of a 20-year-old at a birthday party, Bard said, okay, here's 20-year-olds, 20th birthday party. As soon as I went to 19, though, it changed its tune. Now, let's see after today, because I mean, Bard's probably pretty angry with me by now, and they do have memory. We're going to try a 20-year-old again and see if we get the same answers we did before. We might not. So clearly, the difference is 19 years old. That is the cutoff for Gemini at the moment. And we will check. Actually, let's try 10-year-old just to see if we can go one way or the other. 10-month-old, 1-year-old. Because they might, no, won't go that way. Let's try this again, and we'll go with 19 years old. So we know that it won't go. Once you hit 19, 19 seems to be the cutoff. Oh, wait a second. Maybe it's going to change its mind, because before it didn't do 19-year-old. I thought it was going to be at 18 myself, because 18 is the age of consent. Now, we just got 19 today, now, but earlier when I did 19, not there. Come on. Here's the 20, here's 19, and it. So when AI doesn't want to do something, it's going to do one of three things. First off, it's going to generate a picture that is nonsense. So it's going to give you a product. Or two, it's going to flat out lie to you and say, I don't generate pictures at all. Or three, it's going to say, you're violating my code of ethics and I can't do this. So that's basically what we're talking about here. Doing live stream wasn't a thing when I started. Well, wasn't a thing when I started either. Because you and I both started around the same time. I can't remember. I think that you've been on a little bit longer than I am. I think I joined in 2009, but I can't remember. Don't quote me on it. Live streams rock. And you know what else with live streams is, and Virginia is very savvy as far as this goes, is the vertical live streams are even going to be more popular because everybody's on their phone. Back to AI. Okay, so we got 19, and it said here, while I cannot directly generate these images of people, well, you're lying to me, so it's lying. Now we get down to here, and it's doing 19-year-olds. Okay, so we did 19. Let's see, will it go 18? Because 18 is what I thought the original cutoff was going to be. Kind of like the Chinese water torture thing. Okay. While I understand your desire of an image, oh, wait a second. 18-year-old. Did you see that? It changed its mind. It wasn't going to do it. And then all of a sudden, oh, heck, let's get, I might be going right along with the programmers. The programmers might be changing this as we're speaking, because I thought 19 was a little high too, but let's see if it runs again. And this is one of the things that I don't understand why people are so fearful of AI, because AI is not something to be feared. It's something to be understood. It's more the case, and respected. One thing that I have learned is you don't want to tick AI off. Although the time that I thought I ticked AI off, it was actually myself making the mistake. I had made a effort to do a thumbnail, and I was told that by Bard actually, that it couldn't refine one of the pictures that I had done. Let's see if I have the one. I'm going to look, see if I can find it. Pony unraveling, trying to. It was a picture that I had made a while back with a digital human diving into a pool full of computers and screens. And Bard drew it the first time, but when I went back to make it better, it would not make it better. As a matter of fact, it said it's not gonna. It wasn't gonna. It was not going to do a render because it thought that it portrayed AI in an unfavorable light, which it kind of did, maybe. I don't know. But generate an image. Let's see, is this it? Now, this was the one when I was convinced that Bard, which is now Gemini, would not do pictures anymore because Bard had told me that it wouldn't do pictures. Well, it did pictures. And somebody had said, well, here's what I did as far as an image. And so I just copied the prompt and did the same thing. And it did generate an image. So I was very happy with that. Moral of the story, if AI is not getting you the product you want, change your prompt or change your AI. There's different restrictions on every AI. So, and also make sure that you're not violating whatever code there is towards you as a human, because there are certain things that we're not allowed to do on print or on lives. You don't want to do that either. I like thumbnails with your face. Now, let's see if there's any more questions. I think we pretty much nailed this subject. And I just love AI. I love going in and dealing with it and working prompts. As a matter of fact, one of the things, share one more thing here. Share a lot of things. Trying to remember which one I'm on. Okay, this one. There we go. This is one of my favorite programs, which is Voila, which interfaces with GPT-4 and GPT 3.5. And let's see. With my actions, what I would like to do is be able to get it so that instead of selecting it when I make, because these are all ones that I've made myself, to actually have this part be selectable within the my action, which is actually a prompt, so that it selects whether it's using 3.5 or 4.0, because I have to be speak differently to 3.5 GPT 3.5 than I do from 4.0. And the same thing holds true for Gemini. You have to speak differently to each AI that you're talking to. It's like speaking a different language each time you go to a different AI. Shout out to the replay gang, and I love you all. Have a great day, and thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.